Here I would like to tell you one thing. Although I have explained it to you already in my previous lectures, just as a reminding point of view, this correction factor is very mandatory. Its value is found out as design height over h height at initial number of gyration. Clear it? Why this correction factor is taken? You know, although we say our specimen is in cylindrical shape, but this surface is having like this one. This type of the roughness of the surface is known as imperfection. So let me tell you again. Your specimen is in the cylindrical shape, but surface is not absolutely smooth, having some little bit bumps on the outer surface. Such type of the surface is known as imperfection on surface. When this imperfection is taken into account, we are using the term known as the correction factor. Now, these all binder content 4.1%, 4.6%, 5.1% and 5.6%. At each of these percent, I have already told you, we have the two reference points. One is a n initially, which is taken as 8 number of gyration, and dash, which is taken as 100 number of gyration. Keep one thing in mind. When our gyration is less, the height of the specimen is more. When the number of gyrations are increasing, it means specimen is being more and more compacted. So that is why when I will measure the height h initially, it would be more. When I will measure the height h dash, it would be less. And C is the ratio between this and this, and this ratio will be less than 1. So keep one thing in mind. Just for your understanding, if the value of C is coming greater than 1, it means you have done error. Please, let me repeat it again. If the value of C is exceeding 1, it means in your calculation you have done some mistake. You have to rectify this mistake. Now I will write down the values over here, and then I will tell you what is the value of C I have calculated for my these blends. Okay? This height taken as 123.7. This height is in millimeter. 124.8, 125.2, 124.5. These are the heights read from our gyratory machine when we have this number of gyration. And for our next 115.3, this is the height calculated when we have reached to the design number of gyration. 115.6, 114.6, and next is 114.1. Now, this value is put over here, and this value is put over here. Similarly, this. We are going to get the value of C 0.93, 0.925, 0.92, 0.92. Clear it? Why I have found out this one? I will use this value in order to find out the value of GMB at an initial. How will I find out? I will use this equation C correction factor into GMB at n dash. So this is very fundamental equation. If this value is known, when I will apply this correction factor at its height, I can get the value of the GMB. So keep this in mind. This GMB will always be less. Why? Because when this quantity is being multiplied by the quantity less than 1, the value of GMB at n initially will be smaller. Thank you for saying this.